people. I went to a U.S. Kids seminar actually on Monday, and one important thing that stood out to me was they talked about the two biggest reasons adults take lessons, and the second biggest reason was relationships. And that's what I believe we're in the business of in the private club is, and what I think I'm good at is building relationships, not necessarily telling them what you know, but giving them ideas on how to grow as a student and then continue to build that relationship, because we see those people every day. It's not like they're coming into a resort. Not many of us, I think, are at a resort kind of structure or public golf course maybe, but most of us are private. And that's kind of where I'm coming at it today is what can you do to build your relationships with your students, and what kind of things can you do to do that?
Well, Sarah, let's start with you. What are your general thoughts on teaching, and more importantly, on helping your students to improve?
When I'm working with stuff is I like to use definitions. So the definition of understanding is successful communication is the establishment of common ground between two people. That's understanding. And common ground can't be established without respect for the words spoken by the speaker. So I don't know how many of us give lessons and our students are trying to communicate with us and you interrupt them with, yeah. Okay, we'll start working on that instead of letting them finish their thoughts. I'm a big fan of making sure you have a teaching philosophy and revisit it often. It's going to change. Mine's changed in the last 2 to 3 years. I mean, with the technology and the teaching forums and the people that you're around can shift what you think or believe. I also like the phrase, give them what they want and some of what they need. I think that's a great one to remember when we're working with private club people, is they're going to come and ask you for things. Maybe, I want to learn fairway bunker shots if they can't hit the ball 80 yards off the tee, so we're going to kind of maybe give them a little bit of that and then try to get back to the tee and help them out that way. A lot of my stuff is learning how people learn, looking up definitions of communication, spending time with them, playing golf with them, being open to asking for help as a teacher. So basically, I'm a learner. So I consider myself a sponge. I'm sorry to kind of wander here a little bit, but I would say that if anyone asked me what I would think I am, I'm a sponge for learning, and I like to let my students see that and then give it to them, so to speak. So those are kind of my thoughts on teaching.